Alright guys, today I'm going to be doing some test hands with my Adamancipator deck that I posted a few days ago. So let's go ahead, just do some random test hands and see how far we get. Alright, cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This hand, your Smarl's already like dead, so this is, I guess it's going to be pretty much like a 3-card combo. So let's go ahead and jump in. Normal or special summon your analyzer. You can special summon if they control monsters and you don't. Here I'd go ahead and special summon your researcher. That way you don't accidentally lose to like ogre or anything down like that. Because if this gets off the field, then like you don't really have a way to bring out researcher. Go ahead and activate analyzer effect. Here we see we whiff, but it's all good. Do researcher's effect. Here you gotta think we do have 2 small worlds in hand. So if we get the supplier, we can add a guardian, and then we can small world with guardian and nib into our other level 2 Adamancipator name. But we can also special summon this and like have a guaranteed hit. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. That way we do get a free draw as well. Because when this card's special summoned by an Adamancipator card, you get to draw it. So activate effect to draw one. We draw into our secondary normal summon guy. Here I just go ahead and go for a Raptite play. Raptite effect lets you special summon any rock monster in defense. Well, off the top 5, of course. And then its hidden effect is that it's a DD crow if you have a 1 monster in your graveyard. So I go ahead, do this. We do hit a name. And unlike the other ones, Raptite can bring out the tutor names. Go ahead and activate Seeker effect. We miss. Alright, cut back. Alright, now we're kind of, now that we have Seeker on field, we're going to go ahead. We're actually going to go ahead and activate our signs to revive back. We'll bring out the crystal, and now since we special summon an Adamancipator card, we can stack our deck with any level 4 or lower rock monster. So now we can go ahead and put a what would be best here? Go ahead and just put like a guardian on top, just so we feel a bit safer doing the rest of our plays. Shuffle it up. A guardian on top. Now we activate Seeker effect to do our top 5, so now we're guaranteed to hit a name. See, and if we didn't do that, then we wouldn't have hit a name. And then from here, look at your hand. We have small worlds, this guy. So we have access to more cards if we need it. And I do side like Dweller, so like here you can make like a Dweller if you know that's just gonna beat your opponent or anything. I'm just gonna go ahead because I want to put a Water Engrave for Dragite. Make Leonite. Now activate Leonite effect. This lets you add any Adamancipator card to hand. So I go ahead and add this Researcher to hand. So here, we can probably go ahead and use these 2 to make a Baron. And the good part about this is that during your standby phase, Baron can tag it back out for your Raptite, and then you can do your mill 5 health for Raptite again. Then, we want to keep a rock monster in hand, otherwise this Cookie Mirror is kind of dead. But I think it's just going to have to die anyways. Yep, here we're going to go, it's kind of a waste, but we're going to activate to do additional normal. Then we normal. Then we're going to synchro these 2. And you can either make like an 8 like this, or this. But I'm going to go ahead, just to showcase the new combo, that cell synchro. And then on summon, use its effect to bring back out a level 2 tuner. It doesn't really matter which ones, but just do Researcher because it has a high defense. And then like if you did play like another Sits, you can use it. But here, you just like pass turn, and then on your opponent's turn, you use a Cell Synchro to tag out for Stardust. And now you can immediately Synchro Summon using cards on your field, which this would be dead, but... So then you just make those two into Starlight Warrior, and they can't respond to it or anything, because itself says, immediately after this effect resolves, Synchro Summon use monsters control as material. For the rest of this turn, the monsters Synchro Summon by its effect are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. So they can't respond to this guy at all, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4 pops. And then you have your Baron to like protect this from going through. And yeah, that's it for more of a bricky hand, because we did have 2 Small World that did literally nothing. So let's go ahead and jump into another test hand. Alright, on to hand number 2. Go ahead and cut. Hopefully I don't open double Small World again. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is still pretty bad, but it's workable. Since we have a Small World and 2 the same name, I'd probably go Small World this guy. Show off your Nib. This Nib just bridges everything in this deck. And I'd probably go ahead and grab a Researcher. So grab a Researcher to hand. Those 2 get banished face down. Do that. And here, you can probably normal summon this guy, but you might want to save it for later. So we'll normal summon Seeker. And since we're not scared of like Ogre or anything, because we do have this guy for the Etch normal summon, I think we'll be good. So we activate Seeker effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just for extra resources in hand, I'm gonna go ahead and bring out Supplier. Then activate Supplier effect to add a Guardian to hand. And then if like you're reading Nib, I'd go ahead and special summon out, or normal summon out this Guardian, so that way you don't lose to like Nib or another dumb hand trap. So, and all you gotta do is activate for additional normal summon of a water or earth attribute, and then normal summon. Now we go special summon Researcher, and then Researcher effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we bring out the crystal because it lets you draw 1 for free. Affect the draw 1. Draw into Ash. And here I'm gonna use these 2 instead of using the water guy, because I want to be able to special this guy out for free. We'll make the Raptite. And even here, I think you'd go ahead and special this guy out. And then there's some weird lines you do here. You probably go like, you can probably do all 4 if you really wanted to, for like IP or something, or Appa or something. So I'd probably go like these 2. Actually, I messed up my zones. So what I should have been doing is keeping like really bad cards in the middle and the outside that I want to get rid of. That way I don't lose. So this is that the problem. Or if you go into your link to IP with your Palette Seed, you don't lose out. So instead, like, it should be like this, and then you'd use these 2 for your IP, and then that's banished. And then you do your Parallel Seed, bring it out, and obviously use its other effect. You could overlay for granite, but it doesn't really get you anywhere. So it'd probably just be like 1, 2, 3, like a 4-mat undestroyable Apo. And then from here, you can just continue on with your combo and activate Riptide effect. Bring out your Analyzer. Activate Analyzer's effect. Yeah, just making sure you keep on top of your zones would be helpful, because you never know like what the stat's gonna do. We don't have any Rocked in hand, so Doki Doki's kind of useless. So I think the best play is just the Cookie Marrow. And here you can choose if you want to try and hit off of your red Synchro, or if you just want to make like these two into Dragite as your spell trap negate, or if you want to make a Crystalline with a Dragite, because I guess like the bounce isn't very important anymore. It's more so, we have 4 monster negates, so it's more of a matter of making sure we don't lose out to other stuff. So I guess like Dragite or Neonite's kind of useless in this situation. And we do have a water engrave, which is the Dragite crystal. So I'd probably do like these two. Well, let's see. You can make these two into Dragite, and these two into like Crystalline or Excel, and then make those into a Baron. It kind of just depends on how you want to do it. Or you can go these two and try and hit a Signs, and then like you're just even further ahead at that point. But yeah, I think this is the best play. Make those two into your Dragite as a spell negate, and then make these two. And you can make a Baron here, it's just a different line. You go to Cell Synchro on summon brings out a tuner, and then these two make your Baron. So now you have 4 monsters, an Omni, and a spell trap, which is pretty good. And then this can always just tag out when you need it to on the standby phase. But yeah, otherwise this would just be another monster negate. It's kind of useless. And then like, say like goes back to your turn, standby phase, tag out. Riptide effect. Boom, you hit a Researcher, and then you just keep comboing from there. Yeah, that was it for hand number 2. I'll catch you guys in a third test hand in a second. Alright guys, welcome back to the final test hand. Let's go ahead and do 5. Alright, this is a pretty good hand. Here, I'd probably say normal summon that guy, and then go ahead and special summon out your Researcher. And then I would link this off, since it's under 1,000 for Almirage, and go ahead and activate Parallel Seed, and then Parallel Seed effects. And then like say like they did have Nib, then you have Signs that bring back Researcher and guarantee put a name on top. So it was basically just like a Nib bait. But we're gonna go ahead and use Researcher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then like if you're still scared of Nib, you can go ahead and bring out your Guardian. But we're just gonna pretend like Nib don't exist. So bring out that. Activate its effect to draw 1 card. We draw into a Seeker, which is really good. I was actually gonna search that. Honestly here, since we have so many resources, I'd probably just go ahead and make a activate this effect to come out and go 1, 2, 3, 4, That one gets banished for an Apo, just like that. And you haven't even really started your main combos yet. Then we can go ahead and special summon our Seeker. Synchro these two. For Raptite. Now we're not going to use Raptite effect because we want to guarantee hit a name, and that name being Analyzer. So we're going to go ahead and Signs to take the RNG out of this mill. And you can either bring back a tuner or this guy. I'd probably bring back this guy because we know we're going to hit a tuner off of Raptite. And since it's Adamancipator monster, we can put, or never mind, that effect doesn't even matter right now. We put Analyzer on top. Oh yeah, since I control that, since I special summon an Adamancipator monster, I can stack it. Put that on top. And now we activate Raptite effect, and we're guaranteed hitting the name we want. Go ahead, bring it out. Go ahead and activate its effect. For 5. I go ahead and bring out this little guy. And as usual, there's multiple lines you can do here. This mate's Leonite, this mate's Dragite, this mate's Crystalline, this mate's Herald. I'd probably go ahead and do these two. For Dragite. Because there's no point in losing out when we have 4 monster negates. And then these two could be your Omni. Or you can go ahead and like use these two. Make here its Cell. And then its Cell effect. To bring back out the tuner. So this right here makes Baron, just like the last combo. Or you can go ahead and use these two to make a Herald. And then on your next turn, this just tags out into a Stardust. And then your field can't be destroyed anymore. But yeah, I'd say the Baron or its Cell play is probably better. So it's just, you know, since we have a monster and a spell trap negate, we'll just leave it like this. And then our opponent's turn, we'll go ahead and use this effect to tag out. And then here you can choose to make these two into a Herald, or make these two into a Baron, or like these two into a Baron, or even the Satellite Warrior combo. So yeah, use these two, make the Satellite Warrior. And through that you get 1, 2, 3 pops. Just still a lot, because this can't be responded to or anything, or it's unaffected. So yeah, you could just straight up make this into like an unaffected Baron, which is also pretty dang good. So yeah, that was it for a few combos. It ends on, and you still have Nib. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the deck down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.